What is going on, everybody? It's Jon Does. This is episode 137. That's crazy. You know what's even crazier? Real Alien's back. Real Alien is back. He's going to answer some questions for us this week. We got some real doozies. But before we get started, don't forget to check out WildDinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. Also go over to Instagram. Follow me there. You can find some real good content. WildDinosaur.com. There's a merch store. You can check out all kinds of cool stuff. There's some music videos that I've posted up there. Also, t-shirts, sweatshirts, socks, tank tops, crop tops. I don't know if there are crop tops. Real Alien doesn't know. And then there's mugs and some framed prints and stuff that we've added recently. And all kinds of good stuff over at wilddinosaur.com. So go pick up some merch, support the channel, and let me know what you think. Welcome to Friday's episode. Real Alien is back. Pat couldn't make it this week. I think we're gonna try to keep Real Alien here as a regular. Pat just can't seem to get his life together. So, what do you, oh shit.
I'm not going to stand for that kind of slander.
Oh shit. I hope Pat didn't hear me say any of that.
It was me all along.
That was like a WWF surprise, the Undertaker's in the coffin moment. Here, you want was that hot? Was that hot?
Dude, not hot, but I was getting a little claustrophobic there toward the end. Oh, whoa.
Well, shit. I had a bunch of hard-hitting questions for Real Alien, but I guess I'll ask you instead.
All right.
So, what is a woman? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'm
Matt.
kidding.
Okay, Matt.
We're not gonna go there. Anyways,
let me throw my headphones on here.
Pat's here today. And we're just, Real Alien will make a big return at some point. Probably, I don't know. There's I got a couple of emails and phone calls from the federal government throughout the week, questioning me about Real Alien. So, they're in hiding.
The government is in hiding, or Real Alien?
The whole government is in hiding. They're just hanging out at Jamanistan. What was that? What was that city in California, the desert that some guy just started, or it was like a country or something.
Was it a full country?
Yeah, remember Ian sent us the article about it. It was Jamanistan or something like that. That's where the government's hiding.
I made a track some years back, and I named it "Slow Downistan."
That's great, actually. If you don't want to wear that anymore, you don't have to.
I like it.
If we can get some super chats, maybe.
I like the look.
To take it off. You're like, okay.
No, screw that. I'm telling you, I like the look, dude. I'm ready for a flight. I'm ready for ready to be beamed up. Beamed up. Tractor or otherwise.
Tractor or otherwise. Beam me up, Johnny.
I don't care what kind of beam it is.
Oh, beam me up, Johnny.
Go on and beam a light.
Jeez.
The only bad part is that mask, did a number on my hair.
Beam me up, Johnny Deere. John Deere tractor.
Oh yeah, I got it. My dad won he won some shit, the John Deere Pro-Am several years back.
Your dad won a John Deere? That's dope.
He didn't win a John Deere. I don't think they gave him a mower.
He got screwed out of that one. What's the point of winning a John Deere competition if they don't give you
it was a golf tournament.
Yeah, even more so. Like you said, a lawnmower.
Yeah, something
at
like
least.
That.
Come on,
John
Deere.
They may have given him some deals.
Kurt is asking where his lawnmower is. Thank you.
You got a trophy.
That's not enough.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where, like several of the dudes are paired up with one pro golfer.
Oh yeah,
like a group challenge type of thing.
So it was your dad and Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, exactly.
your dad got paired up with a dude that plays golf with a hockey stick.
Yeah.
Clunk.
Yeah, in the movie, they have that celebrity golf tournament kind of like that where it's like Happy
With
Gilmore and Bob Barker.
Yeah.
This wasn't celebrity, but it's more like, you have a pro golfer and then you play with some other amateur guys.
Who'd your dad play with? Do you know?
I can't remember. He's not like a huge golfer or anything, but they won.
Well, that's great. But, I mean, again, he didn't win a freaking tractor. I think your dad ultimately lost in that competition.
Yeah.
He might have won. He may have. I do that sometimes. Just mix up like sentence structure in the middle of the sentence. He may have.
Apparently, it runs in the family too. Because my brother Dan almost, I think they came in second. He's played in this like Ojai Valley Resort type of. It's something like that, like at the Ojai Valley Golf Club or whatever it is, and. He gets in there with because he knows somebody that was on the staff.
Oh, okay.
So and then they have like a team. It's another like team challenge kind of thing.
That's rad.
Yeah.
And so he won a bunch of mattresses. Is that what you said?
They came in second. Came in second, so I think they just won some gift cards or something like that.
Well, so the real story is Real Alien is out this week. Partly because I can only have one co-host at a time, and Real Alien is out winning golf tournaments currently.
Only 2 mics.
Yeah.
And he's a big golfer.
Well, as we established last week, Real Alien does use telepathy, but that doesn't work via YouTube. Like, you still need a microphone. Telepathy doesn't necessarily work through the interwebs so much.
Getting in here.
Ah.
Getting all close.
Ooh.
Too close for comfort.
Getting all personal, all up in my junk.
All up in your personal space.
All up in my junk box. Look, before we go any further, I want to take a quick moment of silence. There was a death, and I mean there's always deaths, but there was a big one that affected me this last week, and I don't think I actually really processed it. Sounds funny, and I'm kind of laughing, but it's actually serious. Paul Rubens died, Pee Wee Herman, and he was a big influence on me as a child. And yeah, Paul Rubens was in all kinds of stuff. Most people know him as Pee Wee. I always loved Pee Wee's Big Adventure and Pee Wee's Playhouse. Big Top Pee Wee's, it's okay. And then there was the Netflix Pee Wee movie that came out in 2015, I think, something like that. But
didn't HBO
actually, I totally didn't even think about this. I have these coasters, and I just forgot that I had this one. But it's I know you are, but what am I? Rip Paul Rubens.
R.I.P. I was gonna mention. I believe HBO also did a live special.
Oh, he did a lot. He did
in somewhat recent
years.
Yeah.
There was that, but he also that was how Pee Wee started, was as a stage performance for adults.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And so there was a bunch of them. Phil Hartman was in a lot of those early ones. I forget his
Lawrence
name.
Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne was Cowboy Curtis. I forget. It was Phil Hartman's character was a captain. A ship captain. I can't remember.
Phil Hartman, gone too soon.
Oh, absolutely. I sometimes wonder what Phil Hartman would be doing these days. I feel like Phil Hartman would be one of those comedians that we're still seeing popping up in he might be. You haven't seen Barbie yet, but Will Ferrell plays the head of Mattel in that. I could see Phil Hartman filling in that role or something like that, in movies, or even doing his own thing, maybe he went the Steve Carell route where he was super funny and then just killed it in super serious roles.
Yeah. He had the talent to do so.
Yeah. Phil Hartman also gone too soon, but anyways, rest in peace, Pee Wee. Thanks for everything. Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Hiney Ho. Did you have any experience with Pee Wee? I mean,
Yeah, of
that
course.
sounds weird. That sounds weird. But what kind of like impact did Pee Wee have on you growing up?
Well, when he played the Derek Farrell in Blow.
Yeah, that's
no, I'm just joking. That wasn't what impact he had on me growing up. I used to watch the show as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely. I don't know if it was one of my favorites, but I definitely watched it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he had so many good roles. Mystery Men. He was the human. Did you ever see that one?
I did not see Mystery Men.
Oh man, that was a good one. It was a comic book movie before comic book movies were like what they are now.
Janine Garofalo and Ben Stiller, and I think
William H. Macy and
Kel Mitchell was also in it.
Yeah, Kel Mitchell's in that. Oh man, that's
a great cast.
If we can find it, maybe that's what we watch tonight. That's a good one. Jeffrey Rush is the villain in it too.
Yeah,
just so good.
Captain Barbosa,
and I think Eddie Izzard's in it as well. If I I think he's one of the henchmen, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that movie's great. And then twice he played the Penguin's dad. Once in Batman Returns, in like the flashback, he's Oswald Cobblepot's dad. Ooh, I forget the whole how they like. I think they throw him in the sewer or some shit like that. I can't remember how
they discard him in some fashion.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Batman Returns.
The Penguins get him.
Yeah, and then
adopt him into their
on Gotham, the Fox show Gotham. He reprised his role for a different Penguin, but he still played Penguin's dad. It was kind of a cool
little Easter egg type of thing.
Yeah, showing up again for another like role here or there. But anyways, yeah, Pee Wee, I miss you already. Pee Wee was when I was a kid, I had a bunch of invisible friends.
He was one of them.
Yeah, Pee Wee was one of them.
That means a lot.
You can tell, right?
I could have guessed.
I guess the other huge news that I have to mention is I finally finished The Last Ronin.
Which looks awesome.
The Ninja Turtle comic. It's one of the more recent versions. I have the hardback. They're doing a sequel or a prequel series in comic form. Well, I mean, this is comic form, but this is the hardback of the full Last Ronin storyline, and it's essentially you kind of were like it looks kind of like Logan, it kind of looks like the Wolverine or. Oh no!
I think I said the Watchmen.
You said the Watchmen. I was talking to somebody at work today about it, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds kind of like Logan," which it's totally Logan. I don't want to spoil anything because it's a really good story, but it's basically like the future, and most of the Ninja Turtles are gone, like they're dead, and Master Splinter and there's one of them left, and they don't really tell you which one it is until like the end of the first volume. And when you find out, you're like, "Whoa, that's kind of crazy." And then April's around, and her and Casey Jones have a kid.
It turns out that the last remaining turtle is actually Baxter McFly.
Actually, it was the girl turtle that pops up later.
Was there a girl turtle?
Her name.
There's a female turtle?
Yeah, I forget her name. She does pop up. I think it was like remember there was like a second phase of Ninja Turtles in like the like later 90s? Where they started they started doing more. I think it was around then. I don't remember. Look, I don't remember time frames of things. I just remember Ninja Turtles because I had them. But this is good. This is a good like updated story. It actually is like the first time I've cared about Ninja Turtles in a really long time. Even though I've seen all the movies, I saw the Michael Bay produced ones. Those aren't very good. They've got some moments. I like some of the action sequences and stuff, but this is really good. And I do want to check out the one that's
Mutant
in theaters.
Mayhem.
Yeah, Mutant Mayhem. That looks really fun.
It does.
And I've heard great reviews about it.
Yeah, I've only heard positive things as well, and it looked like a lot more people are revisiting those Michael Bay films now that Mutant Mayhem, the Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg one is in theaters. So that's interesting to hear
people are like, oh, it's maybe better than I expected,
or people are also going back and revisiting those Michael Bay ones.
Yeah.
Talking about that, yeah.
No, that's what I'm asking.
I don't think the consensus is that they were very good. Michael Bay ones.
I mean, I've watched them. They're not, but again, they have their moments. Like, I think it's the second one. I was just kind of impressed watching this. It's a whole action sequence where it starts off on an airplane, and then then they're all in like vehicles falling from the airplane. Like, I think they're in a tank and they're fighting like Bebop and Rocksteady, I think.
All right.
And they're like literally just like falling out of an airplane, and then they all land in this river, and then the fight continues on in the river. So you go from like an airplane to like aerial combat to like all of a sudden you're in like the jungle or something like that. It was cool. I don't know. It was maybe a bit much, but I found those sequences to be fun.
As a kid, and I was a huge fan of the animated series.
Yeah.
And I always wanted Bebop and Rocksteady to make an appearance in the movies, and they didn't. In the second one, they had
it's the other
Tonka and Razor or whatever their names are, and they weren't even in the animated series, or maybe they brought him in after those movies.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do Bebop and Rocksteady.
No, they just had Vanilla Ice.
It was a waste. That's where all the budget went.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice's haircut.
Ninja, rap.
I actually have that recently
Ninja, crap.
I recently picked up a re-release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze score, and it includes Ninja Rap on vinyl.
Is there good stuff on there?
Probably
I don't remember
not, dude. I don't know. I haven't listened to it. But it looks awesome, and that's really what's most important.
You're just sitting there in your silver suit, your alien suit. Yeah, I just bought the Secret of the Ooze soundtrack. Just, living life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking real alien over here. I should retract that. I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement.
Yeah, that is a copyright.
He's going to sue you because you're going by Real Alien now. And that's their name.
What if I identify as a real alien?
Yeah, but they've got it copywritten.
No.
It's their name. Because when you're born on whatever planet, it goes out to the intergalactic,
registry.
Space. Yeah, space registry. And, the Real Alien becomes trademarked at that point.
It is real.
They are an alien.
That's true.
But also alien in their language means Todd, so real Todd.
He's a real Todd.
Yeah.
They are a real Todd.
Yeah, I mean, they said that they don't really get mad when they're mislabeled, but they also don't really understand the labeling because things are way different on their planet.
Well, I'll make an effort.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Real Alien appreciates it. I'm going to stumble and fall sometimes, but we'll just...
You can always use a hand getting back up.
Yes. We'll just have a little hug fest later.
Yeah.
Cry it out.
Cry it out. Alien tears are diamonds.
Alien tears are diamonds. Thanks for reminding me, because there was a lot of information we didn't get through last week. And so, we talked about how war on a Real Alien's planet is essentially like a giant orgy.
Oh, yeah. I watched the episode.
Okay, yeah.
I just wasn't here for it. You seem very disappointed. Somewhat distraught. Sorry, we'll talk about it later in the therapy session.
Don't talk about therapy.
That's the first rule of therapy.
Yeah, that's the first rule of therapy. Don't talk about therapy. What you been up to, Pat?
I've been working for the man.
Trying to keep some money, some change in the pocket.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Not really being too successful with keeping said change in the pocket. Plus, no pockets on this too.
Yeah, no need for pockets in space travel.
That's right. Real Alien carries his ID where it counts. At his heart.
Keisters it.
Okay.
Well, the keister's in the heart.
Oh, right. It's hard to remember both human and alien physiology.
Well, so you worked a lot. Actually, we've been this is some real stuff right. This is some real life issues right now. Pat and I have been rollerblading.
No, we have been.
We've been rollerblading.
Not in this suit, although.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed.
I mean, it might be aerodynamics.
Oh, for sure. Go pretty fast, but it's been feeling good. I actually, the fact that we didn't do it last night, I just had like more energy today. More like of that nervous energy feeling.
Yeah, because we went like 5 days in a row, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm quite feeling it up to after the show.
Yeah, probably.
I think
it might be a little late.
Yeah. Also, this week I've been getting up a lot earlier than I'm used to for this job that I did. I was doing some photography stuff for like school IDs, and so I had to be at this high school like half hour away at like 7 a.m., which is not terribly early for a lot of people, but for me, I wake up at like 3 in the afternoon.
So you've been having to get up at 6?
Yeah. No, 3 in the afternoon's super hyperbole. I'm not. No, I for the last like probably 6 or 8 months or so, I've been getting up around like 9ish or so. Yeah. But yeah. So I was doing that, and where was I going with that? I had something.
Your boy's been working.
I've been working. Oh, that's why we're not going rollerblading. Is that this is the end of the week? Like everything's kind of caught up with me as well.
Maybe we'll hit a session tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm down for that. So I rollerbladed 5 times in the last 10 years. And now I have abs, so ladies.
Regular Ken over here.
I'm Knuff, okay?
Isn't that an actual line from the movie?
Yes. So I do kind of want to talk about some movies, because I have seen a lot of movies in the last couple weeks, which oddly enough I hadn't really been to the theaters in a while.
Not since we saw The Flash.
I did see, I saw Barbie, and then I saw Haunted Mansion, and then I saw Oppenheimer. And I don't want to do full reviews or anything like that, just because I'm not really doing that here much anymore. I'll give some brief rundowns or brief thoughts on each one. Barbie's fantastic. I love that movie. It's super fun, super funny. Margot Robbie's super great. Ryan Gosling's a standout. Super funny moments and one-liners and whatnot. There's people that just can't hang with it, which is whatever. Their issue. You do you, okay? Haunted Mansion. I don't think I ever saw the Eddie Murphy one. I don't think I ever had any interest in ever seeing the Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
I've heard from other people who have now seen both of these that this one's much better. I thought this was pretty fun. It's okay. Owen Wilson's great. Lakeith Stanfield's really good in it. Danny DeVito pops up. And Rosario Dawson, she's pretty great in it as well. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan, and then I'd heard that he was playing the like villain, the Hatbox Ghost in this, and I was kind of like, oh man, I really don't want to deal with Jared Leto isms.
You really should see House of Gucci.
I really don't need to see it. I think I'm good.
At least some clips on YouTube.
Yeah, maybe we'll look at clips. Yeah. It's for the soundboard.
Daddy, why do you treat me like that? He does the Mario voice in House of Gucci, essentially.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's not that far off.
That's really funny, actually. But yeah, I was kind of like, I don't want to deal with him. And you know what? It's not really. You probably see his like body, but you don't see his face in any of it. And his voice is so distorted and like modulated to be a ghostly voice that you don't really feel Jared Leto too much. Look, I'm not trying to come down on the guy or anything like that. I'm just not a big fan. per se, and I don't usually get excited when I hear his name in a movie. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, fine. But he's fine. He's fine. And again, he's the kind of the big bad, and so you don't really get a whole lot of him until later, anyways, because it's more about the house and how he does things in the house, and other ghosts are around and whatnot. But it is actually a pretty good story. I think it's a pretty heartfelt story. It really is about grief ultimately, and like moving forward and whatnot. So good message. Okay movie. I don't think you would hurt yourself if you waited till it was on Disney Plus. And then I saw Oppenheimer.
Excellent.
Yep. You guys have probably heard me say I'm not a huge Nolan fan. I don't dislike Christopher Nolan. There's things about it that kind of irk me. Sometimes his films to me feel a little like pretentious, and also then there's the sound mixing issues that I definitely notice in a lot of in most of his movies.
I thought the sound mixing in The Dark Knight was incredible, from what I remember. In the first Dark Knight, not the first Dark Knight, but there's Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, yeah.
Batman Begins and The Dark Knight both had excellent sound mixing.
What's the third one? Is it the Dark
Knight Rises?
Rises.
That had the weird
yeah.
Bane.
Yeah.
The weird Bane.
Yeah,
audio.
That was when I was really like, what the hell is going on here? Like, why can't I understand? First, I mean, there's a lot of things going on with the Bane thing. First, you have Tom Hardy doing the like,
the like Gandalf voice,
the like weird like drunk Kermit thing. But then coupled with like the mixing of the audio, and it's supposed to be muffled by a mask and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is just not.
You gave it like some sort of weird reverb that. It doesn't really sound like it's muffled by a mask. It just sounds weird.
It is. It's like, because he's wearing the mask the whole time. And yeah, they definitely like muffle it a bit, which was like, I don't know. It was like Kylo Ren, for example, wears a mask and they modulate his voice. That's clear. I can hear what he's saying when he says things. Like Bane, I was almost like I might need captions. And then I've seen clips from Tenet. I don't have much of an interest in going back to revisit Tenet, but I was not a fan of some of the mixing and that I heard it as well. But Oppenheimer there's moments when the audio mixing is used kind of like in other movies that he's done, like that I've just kind of talked about, but I think the purpose for using them works better in these moments where maybe the dialogue kind of fades out to either music or like a sound effect or a noise or something like that. But it's not just because like, oh, there's we're just gonna try something weird with the audio. It's like you can tell the character is in their head, or they're like thinking about something, and like there's all this world going on around them, and like it kind of
that's cool though. Yeah. That's like a cool effect.
And I think it was Dan Morrill who had said that it feels like all of Christopher Nolan's other movies were just practice for this one. And I pretty much agree with that statement. I think this was a really well done movie. So anyways, I don't want to go off too much on them. I was just, I'd seen some stuff. I liked some of it, and hopefully you guys get a chance to see some of it too. No spoilers, because I'm moving away from that stuff. But Pat, you've been working on music?
I've done a few. Yeah, I've been working a little bit on music, but not a whole lot. Not enough, actually. Not as much as I'd like, because honestly, I sometimes I just feel like, I'm at work and I'm like, yeah, when I get home, I'm gonna work on music, and then I get home and I like eat something and I'm just like, I just want to sit down and watch TV and.
because your body needs to decompress from the like 8 hours of work.
Yeah, exactly. But I did catch
12
a
hours
little bit of a new series here. Mm-hmm. Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah,
the Anthony Mackie starring vehicle, and the vehicle is kind of a character as well.
Pun intended.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask you how is what's his name, the clown.
Yeah, his name's Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yeah, there you go.
Dude, that's actually one of the best parts of the show so far. Yeah, so it's played by some WWE wrestler.
Right, I remember hearing that.
But the voice is Will Arnett.
Okay, yeah,
because he's wearing the clown mask, so you can't really see his mouth move.
Yeah,
and it's some of the best stuff in the show so far. So I'm only 3 episodes in. Each episode is luckily only a half hour. The show is pretty like you can see what they're going for. It's not trying to be like break any new ground or whatever. But in the series, the plot is that in 2002 there was this like mass event where a bunch of the world pretty much. Like some apocalyptic event.
So 2020.
2002.
Yeah, but it was 2020 and 2002.
But it's great because all the music and stuff so far that they've played has been like 90s jams.
Oh, God. Okay.
But they don't like go over the top with it. It feels realistic. Mm-hmm. If the time was to stop, culture was to stop at 2002, this is like the kind of shit that people would be down with. And there's a part, I don't want to give too much away, but there is a part where Sweet Tooth and Anthony Mackie are... getting down on the thong sock.
That's in the trailer.
That's in the trailer.
Yeah.
It should be because that's a great scene. And Thomas Hayden Church has shown up as a villain. And
Sandman.
He is pretty solid too.
He shows up as Sandman.
His character's pretty sorry, but that's like
so Sandman.
Yeah,
this is the Sandman from.
He gets a little bit of redemption in
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. He has like. I don't know, like 5 speaking parts or something.
Well, he didn't get a whole lot in Spider-Man 3.
I feel like he got less in No Way Home. Although, like, they kind of wrapped up an important part of it. I think he has less screen time,
Yeah. Well, there are a bunch of villains to split time between, too, in that one.
Well, my understanding as well about that Spider-Man 3 was Sandman was going to be Sam Raimi's just villain. That was the villain Sam Raimi wanted to do, and then Sony was like, no, you have to have Venom and Green Goblin in there as well.
Oh, so wow, yeah, that's right.
I
kind of purged Spider-Man 3 from memory.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time. I have watched the emo Peter Parker dancing scene multiple times.
Bully Maguire videos.
Yeah, Bully Maguire videos are the best. I don't know anybody out there that's watching. Just Google Bully Maguire, or not Google, YouTube Bully Maguire, and there's all of these hilarious video clips of when Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker is like, he's got the Venom stuff going on, and he's just kind of a dick to people.
Yeah.
And there's like all these clips of him just like inserted into other movies and stuff like that. There's like a Kylo Ren one where he's like,
various degrees of success with these videos.
Some of them are really funny and some of them are just like, oh, you gave it a good shot.
Yeah, some of them are not great, but they're still fun.
But it's a fun rabbit hole to go down.
I was just thinking that's one clip that the one that I'm talking about. That's one soundbite that you need.
I'm gonna dude, you're right. I don't know why. I think you've even mentioned that before.
Maybe.
You probably.
Yeah, it seems so obvious.
We should do this after the like right after the show.
You can get so many clips with the DaVinci Resolve AI crate. That's so nuts.
Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
I don't know if we were talking about that on the show. Yeah.
So, actually, no, we didn't. Here, let me pull it up because I have it on here. Pat and I watched here it is. Pat and I watched Time Cop recently.
I think we did talk about that.
And there was a clip in there that we both were just laughing our asses off. We're like, dude, that's a really funny soundbite. And it turns out this isn't the first movie where they've like dropped a similar line, a Van Damme movie with like the same specifics. And so we're like, that's really funny. And so I grabbed the clip off YouTube and I threw it in DaVinci Resolve. And was it Fairlight is the audio section, and they have like a voice isolator. So if like it's meant for if you're recording dialogue and there's a bunch of noise or whatever, it does an amazing job of just clipping out all the background stuff. And I if I'm correct, I think I remember them saying not only is it a process of like ducking and like, you know, EQ and compression and stuff like that, but I think it's I think they also use this might sound crazy, and I might be wrong on this, but I swear I thought I remembered hearing this, that they do use some sort of like AI to like expand the vowel of like, so they'll like register the voice, and like if like there's a noise, I don't know, I might be speaking out of my ass on this one, but I swear I thought I heard that. But yeah, it does an incredible job. And so this clip has a person saying something, and then there's sound effects, there's like water, and then there's like straight music playing in the background. Yeah. And we threw it in there. I didn't even adjust anything. I just activated this like voice isolation thing, and it was amazing. And so this is this is the clip that I pulled from Time Cop.
50,000 volts, motherfucker. Have a nice day.
That was pretty low. I should actually, I should probably
boost that a little bit.
I should boost it and reload this. But here, one more time.
50,000 volts, motherfucker. Have a nice day.
Can't hear any background noise at all.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like no music, no water, because it's a scene where like a one of those like 5-gallon Arrowhead bottles falls over.
Yeah.
And so there's a bunch of water leaking out. It's like glug, glug, glug,
Damn,
glug,
dude,
glug, glug, glug.
That hits close to home. Have you ever had that happen before? It sucks bad.
Once or twice.
We had one spill. We used to have this old water dispenser where you had to like quickly flip it, you know, on it, like the old school ones where you have to flip them on there. And once my brother, I think it was Aaron, missed.
Yeah.
And then it just went everywhere, of course. And it's so much water. You don't realize how much 5 gallons is until you're standing in a puddle in your kitchen.
I think it was when I worked at Levi's, like in 2004 or whatever. I think it was there we had one of those. And yeah, I think... or it might have been one of the TV stations I worked at. I remember somebody like completely missing it, and it was just like not only did they miss it going in, but they also dropped it at the same time. So it just like splat. It like cracked the side of the thing and just like went everywhere. We're like, oh shit.
It's so much water.
Yeah,
man, 5 gallons.
Actually, I think it was the TV station. I think it was the Chico TV station that I worked at.
Well, if you've ever dropped a gallon of milk, you know how much that sucks, and then you just multiply that by 5.
Yeah, milks.
I've had milk
5 milks. I'll take 5 milks, please.
I remember somebody dropped a milk walking into the house. Like, you remember my old house? You had to walk through the garage, or like you could walk through the garage. Most garages you can walk through the garage to get to the house. What? So like we were carrying groceries in, and somebody dropped a milk, and it's just everywhere.
Yeah, all over your dad's remote control helicopter.
All over my dad's Corvette. No, I didn't get out anything like that. It was just like next to the washing machine.
Well,
50,000 volts, motherfucker.
What was the other movie? Do you remember? Oh, it was Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't think they say it in Street Fighter, but it's like very similar.
Yeah, I forget what the line is, but it's something like I think it's something around the lines of like, well, there's like bad guys out there. What do we do? And it was like send or give them 50,000 volts or something like that. So it's like very similar, and it's like that's a very specific like voltage number.
Apparently, it's pretty standard.
I
50,000.
think Van Damme is into like electrical torture.
Van Darn.
Yarnathan Van Darnathan.
Game over.
I know. Anyways.
Yo, Real Alien might be trying to call in.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, let's take this call. Hold on. Oh, I should get. Yeah, never mind. Pat, do you have some questions for Real Alien? Because he is on the other line now. I got him set up here.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
He connects telepathically or what?
No.
Bluetooth.
His ship beams directly to Streamlabs.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just how it's built, though.
Right.
Like nothing special. You don't have to like download any drivers or anything.
Yeah, I did have some questions. One of them was I was wondering, kind of how they raise their young, just what the process is. Like, at what point do they send them out to explore?
That would be child abuse here.
That's
insane.
Yeah. But you know, it's a different species, so I guess that makes sense.
So to follow up, do you like if your kids are like acting up, is there like here we have like public schools, and then like if you're not doing well in public schools, there's like continuation schools and stuff like that. So if your kid's acting up and they're like, you know, not listening to their teachers, is there like are there programs like that? Like, you know, what's the pathway for a child to be successful?
That's crazy.
That's weird, dude.
In America, we usually just medicate the kids.
Oh, they do that too. That's crazy. Yeah. Their medications are like much more advanced though, so like oh, weird. It's just like
It's Adderall.
it's actually just Pepto.
They have more neurotransmitters in their stomach.
Well, I got a bunch of questions in last week. You know, we talked about war and stuff like that. You got any other questions? Real Alien apparently only has a couple minutes before the next probing.
I'm really just curious. Why cows?
It's because they're multiple stomachs. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, you should. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but.
Oh, I recognize one of those words.
Did you? I don't know if did you heard purse?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. That's they eat one of the stomachs, kind of like haggis, and then they turn the other one into like a handbag, essentially.
And it sounds like it's a pretty expensive handbag.
Yeah, and it's grass lined already, so they don't have to do anything.
Perfect. It's like an Easter basket.
Yeah, it's like an Easter basket. And, you know, here in our culture, things are dry mostly, like on the outsides of our body.
Yeah.
But like the people that carry their handbags on Real Aliens Planet, it's always moist. You know, sometimes you've got eggs to fertilize, sometimes you've got eggs to just carry home from the grocery store and then fertilize, and then sometimes you've got, I don't know, just like Cadbury eggs that are, yeah.
Sounds like they're very egg-centric.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Real Alien, we don't want to waste any more of your time. We'll get you back on the show. Just checking the battery. We'll get you back on the show here pretty soon. Whenever you have an opportunity to. Did you want to tell? Oh, sorry, Pat. Did you have any other questions before Real Alien?
No, I definitely want to thank him for calling in.
Is Barsoom real?
Yeah, we could ask that. Sure. Is Barsoom real?
Okay. Yep. John,
he says it's real red.
And oh, okay.
Yeah, I love John Carter also.
Well, I think the translation's kind of off, because I understood John Carter to actually be a terrible warlord. Like, he's destroyed their economy. He married some princess, and they just basically started a pyramid scheme. And
makes sense.
Yeah. So they had their own version of cryptocurrency over there. John Carter did that. That's what destroyed the economy. And now John Carter and his princess bride, they're what'd you say they were doing? Oh, it's like the intergalactic version of YouTube. So they're just like a family influencer vlog page, essentially.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's super weird, because I wonder what the terms of service are for intergalactic YouTubing. I don't know.
You're just way more likely to get a copyright claim.
Oh, lots of nudity. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
So there are no terms of service, essentially. Okay. You can't say really, really terrible things like
Westboro Baptist Church probably wouldn't fly.
Yeah, okay. I probably shouldn't say them here because they might be against TOS for YouTube as well. But look, Real Alien, I appreciate it.
I do too.
Do you want to tell everybody where the people can follow you? Do you have socials or anything like that? That's awesome. That's awesome. You basically just keep all your availability open for Jon Does. I appreciate that. We love you. We love you. Whoops, sorry. Sorry for hitting the microphone. We love you, Real Alien. Never change, and we'll get you back on the show soon. Don't forget to follow Real Alien's OnlyFans at realalien@onlyfans.net. And yeah, so we'll talk to you later. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Wow. That was amazing. I can't believe I have a friendship with an alien and a robot.
And you're a pretty good translator.
Yeah.
For both.
I've picked up quite a bit in the last week. Telepathy really helps. I think you need a telepathy session with Real Alien.
I caught a word or two there.
Yeah, you're picking it up. I mean, I've had a little bit more interaction with Real Alien just because we snuggle together sometimes.
Nice. I'm a little jealous.
Oh shoot! I shouldn't have said that because the government's watching probably. But this is the stream they don't want you to watch. They don't want you to see this, and it's because we're complete fucking idiots. That's why.
Nobody should be watching.
Everybody should be watching.
Oh man.
Yeah. So the Intergalactic Federation is it's real. It's real, guys.
I also appreciate Real Alien loaning me the suit. I know this is just another second set of skin for him, second or third. Just his old used skin, but it works and it's pretty comfortable for the most part.
Old skin, like skin flakes.
It's like a snake,
like
shedding their skin,
like,
kind of thing.
Put in the pizza.
Skin flakes?
Yeah, skin flakes in the pizza.
I mean, it could be tasty.
Isn't that what pepperoni is?
It might be. Nobody really knows.
Skin flakes.
It's still
on
a mystery.
Pizza. I'll take skin flakes on a pizza for $200.
That is just making me sick to my stomach. Even thinking about it.
I'll take skin flakes for $600, Alex.
Real talk here on Jon Does.
Real talk. What's this one?
Duct tape, zip ties, and gloves. I have to have my tools.
Sometimes I don't remember half the sound bites.
Is that Always Sunny?
Yeah. You know what, Pat?
What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not, though.
Clearly your mouth's just hanging open.
Yeah. I need a long one.
You do.
Just bars and
I used to love that, like on Jerry Springer, like when they would and we've got him here in the studio, and then
like,
they'd run out and just start like trying to fight him, and Steve would have to separate him.
Steve
the security
Wilco.
guard,
yeah, and then he got his own show.
He did, which was somewhat popular. I mean,
yeah, it was.
Shows, I've never seen an episode, but it was pretty popular.
I've seen clips, but I've seen clips of a lot of things.
I've seen footage.
I've seen footage. Bow, wow, wow. Man, you got anything? Got anything you wanna discuss?
I have a lot of stuff I want to discuss. I just don't know if we have time for it.
I think that's for the therapy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, wrong show.
Wrong show. Next week,
there's Jon Does, and then there's Jon Listens.
It's just me sitting there with glasses and a notebook, and then that'd be funny actually.
Or John Feels.
I don't even have a microphone. It's just you talking about your feelings and me sitting there just like, like doodling the whole time.
At the end of the episode, you can hold up what you got from it.
Yeah,
that's a good
stick figure with boobs.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Like that thumbnail when you asked me what should I make for the thumbnail, and I was just like, you and me.
That was the We Bought a Billboard episode. Because that's what I was just like.
It might have been the last episode I was. Oh no, I think there was one episode that I was on after that.
It might have been a couple weeks ago. I don't remember.
Time is a flat circle.
I'd heard one theory. I don't know how this works. Maybe I'm just not. So the whole conversation around aliens right now with the real alien and the congressional hearings and stuff. I'd heard, they're extraterrestrial beings. I've heard they're dimensional beings, and then I heard one theory that was like, how time is like a straight line. Apparently, it like ends at a certain point and then it starts over again. And I was like, that's weird. And then
that is weird.
I'd heard somebody say like, no, that's what these like sightings are, is like the people at the end of the timeline or the beginning of somewhere right there. And I'm like, I prefer interdimensional or extraterrestrial over that.
Same.
It makes more sense to me.
Oh, it's also just more exciting.
Or time traveler. Well, I guess it's kind of the same thing.
That's kind of the same thing, yeah. But yeah, if it's just humans.
What if it was time travelers? What if like UFOs were literally just like pods that like us in the future, like this is how we vacation. We're like, I want to go see the past. And there's a company like in Time Cop, how they have the pod that you get into. To like
the worst time travel vehicle.
Zero sense.
It was like that just sucks. You're just like going and then you go into a wall.
Yeah.
And hopefully you've warped at that point because otherwise you just die.
Like it's a government funded program, but they can't seem to figure out like like a particle accelerator. Like you don't have to go in a straight line. You can go in a circle.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to go directly into a wall.
It looked like it was a very low budget government program.
Oh, 100%. But also the funniest part to me was that they're in this like pod and they go into the future. They don't crash into the wall and die, but then they come out in the future and it's just them that fall out of the sky into water. They're not even in the car anymore.
Right.
Remember, there's just like them too. And I was like, what? Wouldn't the car go with them?
I can't remember if they go to the future or the past.
The past, sorry. Yeah, they go to 1990 or no, it's 2007 or something like that.
Yeah. I can't recall though, did they ever go to the future? I don't think so.
Well, so the movie starts in like 1997, I think.
Yeah, something
and
like that.
then the whole premise of the movie starts where his family dies.
Right.
And then he goes like a decade of just being a cop and stuff without his family. And then he stumbles on the plot that ended up killing, because it's a whole time travel thing. So he's in the future, like, and then goes back.
We need the time physics of Time Cop.
Yeah,
it's serious shit.
It's pretty mind-numbingly boring, actually.
Oh, there are some great clips from that movie though, like that dude that's there at the
50,000 volts. Clip.
No, the at the beginning, the like stock market crash.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good.
The 1920s.
Yeah, doesn't he pull out like a? Yeah, they're coming for him.
It's like 29 or something.
It's this dude from like 1990s or whatever, and he goes back to the 30s, and he becomes like a big wig, like Wall Street dude.
Yeah.
And then Van Damme comes in, and the dude just pulls out like this like laser machine gun thing and just starts blasting the building.
He's just holding that the whole time.
Like, it's so funny.
That seems awesome.
Time Cop. Oh, talk about one of the better Van Damme movies we've watched.
Yeah, it's been probably the best one. They should have. I just wish that they had more bus throughout time.
Yeah,
yeah. Like if that movie was made today, there'd be like a montage.
Oh, dude, there would be a montage and probably two like extended sequences where like one actually the movie starts in like the 1800s and like there's a dude that robs a stagecoach.
Oh right,
that's how the movie starts. And then like you don't really get much more of that except for the like 1930s.
Yeah.
So I could see like at least the montage and like maybe like a couple more extended like sequences in various time frames.
It would be nice to see, yeah. That's why I would want to see just more bust throughout history.
We should get a sequel to Time Cop. We should write one and try to pitch it to Van Damme.
We don't even need Van Damme. It could be anybody.
No, we'll pitch it to Van Darn.
Who would be a good role as a Time Cop? Or who would be good in the role of the titular.
You know, actually, this is kind of a generic answer because this guy's everywhere. But Carl Urban,
yeah, he'd
be a good time cop.
He'd be good.
Or you could, I mean, time cop isn't necessarily like based on like important intellectual property or anything like that. You could switch it around. It could be a lady.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't even need
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez would be an awesome time cop.
That actually is not a bad idea. I kind of like that.
But they don't need to be incredibly badass martial artist or anything like that either.
No, Van Damme doesn't even do that much. Like, there's a couple of scenes.
There's the 50,000 volt scene.
Yeah, there's that scene, and I think for the most part, he just does the splits, right?
Yeah,
he does it like 3 times.
He does it 2 or 3 times in the movie.
He doesn't like defeat the bad guy like the guy trying to electrocute him does, and it's the water. Like, he shoots it into the water.
Yeah.
When Van Damme jumps up on the countertop to do the splits across the counter.
That is a badass scene.
It was in the trailer. It was badass. I totally remember that.
You said you saw Time Cop in the theater.
I did, yeah, and I remember that in the trailer as well. Yeah.
Back when every rated R movie needed to contain at least one sex scene, one graphic sex scene.
Yeah. Like, oh, you see a boob, and then you get to see like the male lead's butt.
Yeah. Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. Jonathan Van Darn. Yeah, and then the Street Fighter was.
It was
okay.
Raul Julia was in.
Raul Julia is. Oh my god.
He gives this. It's a very hammy performance, but it's awesome.
Super hammy, but it's like up there with one of the like that dude just eats up the scenery in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, like they give him monologues and he just like eats those monologues and spits them out.
You would think that he's like reciting some Shakespearean play or something.
Totally.
Yeah. And it's this garbage movie.
And then you have like Van Darn over here being like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm American.
I'm American. Check me out. I'm American."
Yeah, he's supposed to be this all-American hunk Guile.
My name is Guile. I'm from New York.
Yeah, dude, you're from Old York.
Old York. You're from 2007.
Time Cop.
Time Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Time Cop was fun. But we'll have to get some more. We'll have to get some more sound bites here.
Oh, absolutely, and you definitely need that Tobey Maguire one.
Yeah. We should do that here tonight. Make sure to get that one for sure. It's about 7:00. How you feeling, Pat?
I'm feeling a little hungry.
Okay.
Yeah. This suit has got me famished.
You can take it off. Let's give the audience a little bit of what they want.
We'll give them a little peep show.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Here, hold on.
Let's get some music going.
Here we are, taking it off to chestnuts.
Chestnuts. That was ridiculous.
That was exactly what the
It
people
feels a little
want.
hazy in here now all of a sudden.
Yeah, dude.
It's gotten steamy.
You're smoking.
It's getting steamy in here.
You just gave the people what they wanted.
Nice. I'm happy to oblige.
So now you got to start that OnlyFans.
Woo! We get an applause.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, this is the long applause. Take a curtsy. All right. Well, look, it was fun. I'm glad Pat was back this week. I'm glad we both had a little bit of an opportunity to chat with Real Alien.
Yes, and I'd love to hear more from Real Alien in the future.
Yeah,
sure we will.
Yeah, we'll have to do some more call-ins.
Yeah,
that was real fun. I didn't realize that their chip was connected straight to the Rodecaster and OBS.
I was curious to see if it was connected directly to your brain.
That actually, I'm not sure. There might be a signal because I do have like a screw loose, so it's sticking out, and it acts as an antenna.
Yeah. Like Pete's mom.
Yes.
You get like random like radio signals.
Yeah. Pat, you want to tell the people anything before we go?
Yeah, you can follow me on yourmom.com.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Well, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. And again, I always need the help. So if you like some of the art you see, go buy a t-shirt or a mug or a print or, socks or something like that. Help a brother out. Don't forget, there's a link in the description of this video to donate to Planned Parenthood as well, because I'm a big fan and supporter of them. And, I think they're worthwhile. Yeah, is there anything else I usually do? No, that's about it.
We got to say thank you to the fans.
Thank you to the fans for
being fans.
For being fans, for being here.
Of us. Of John.
Yeah. I've actually noticed that there are people that have been watching this that don't join the chat, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You do what you want. I'm glad that you're here, but you know what? This makes it so much more fun when you guys do interact. So yeah, feel free to say dumb comments. Nothing racist or sexist. Let's leave it alone there. Right?
Keep it PC.
There's enough of that everywhere else on the internet. On X. Yeah.
If you need free speech, go to X.
Yeah, not here. But yeah,
you gotta pay to speak.
We always love it when you guys join in the comments and are part of the conversation. And anytime Real Alien is on, you guys are always welcome to send in questions for me to ask for Real Alien.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah, anything like that. Is the same thing true with aliens, that big feet means the same thing?
Big socks.
Yeah, big socks. Anyways, feel free. Please join in. We love you. We love the interaction.
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. We want to have a therapy session so we can, tell us about your family life, and we'll dig deep and figure out all the trauma and stuff going on. I'm just kidding. Well, we're not licensed therapists, but we play one on TV. All right. That's it. That's it for me. I'll shut up now.
A little longer outro than normal.
Yeah. Well, yes. Catch me next week. Do you think you'll be here next week?
Oh, we'll see what happens. Maybe Real Alien will be here live at the studio.
Look, the crowd wants Real Alien, so you're not invited.
All right. Cool.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good weekend, and love one another. And give the person next to you, even if it's a stranger, just give them a hug. Just hug them right now. Just do it. Just do it.